On this part of my Middle Eastern food tour, I'm in Malta, and for really good reason, because this place is steeped in history, and so is its food. And the Middle Eastern influence is quite extraordinary. I love Middle Eastern food, but I do know I've still got a lot to learn. Wow, they are sweet, aren't they? So I'm on a journey through bustling cities and lush farmlands. And from glittering coastlines to harsh desert landscapes. If the scorpions or the snakes come, you can see they've been here already. To discover how so many communities have thrived here. 400 breads a day. Yes, you guys are busy. I'll be shown familiar favourites. It's never too late to learn how to make hummus. And sample new flavours. It's like the best kebab I've ever eaten in my life. And I'll be using that inspiration in dishes of my own. Well done, me. This time, I'm after some answers. So are they Arabic or are they Maltese?
What is Maltese? That is a big question.
I fall in love in a Lebanese kitchen.
At the age of 52, God bless you, you are still proper and fantastic looking.
Thank you. And I create a dish of my own.
That's nice.
Malta is part of a group of islands in the centre of the Mediterranean, just to the south of Sicily, sat right on the edge of Europe and the Middle East. Malta has been inhabited for almost 8,000 years and has been, at various points, occupied by everyone from the Romans to the British. But 200 years of Arabic dominance has certainly left its mark. Although Malta is not strictly in the Middle East, I'm here because its culinary heritage has been shaped by the spices, flavours and cooking methods of the region. Of course, I'm keen to see how this rich history translates to the table. So I'm meeting a man who should be able to point me in the right direction. Liam is the curator of a local museum and knows his way around a typical Maltese menu. And there should be one at this traditional restaurant. So what do you love about Malta?
It's in the middle of the Mediterranean, and I can say good morning in Maltese, which is bonjour. And I will say my numbers in Arabic. We had tnejn, erba, hamsa, sitta, but I will write them in the Latin way. It's got a little bit of everything from everywhere all around us. And that is why we have such a checkered and colorful history, which you can see it in our language and in our food.
Coffee.
Then you've got the imaret. And there's a lot of history here. Totally influenced from Malta's contact with the Middle East when we were under Arab rule. So you've got the dates, you've got the pastry, which is deep fried, and you've got the drizzle of honey. Malta was famous for its honey. That's where there is the legend where our name comes from. Malta is honey.
And these are called what?
These are imaret. It's an Arabic word. It comes from ma'rut, which means diamond.
Oh. They're good. The honey's not strong. The dates aren't too sweet. So are they Arabic or are they Maltese?
What is Maltese? That is a big question. I think I would call them Maltese, but with a heavy influence from the Middle East.
That is a biscuit with a story.
Yes. Then there's the coffee. Coffee was coming into Europe from Ethiopia and the Yemen. And we actually started importing it, huge amounts of it, to Paris, to Rome, to Naples, to Spain.
It's mellow and soft. What else should I be looking out for if I'm looking for Middle Eastern influences?
Look at the cheese, the Maltese jibena, because there is so much influence there. The words we use for the production of cheese are all Arabic. Everything is influenced from the Middle East, and that is how we still do it today.
Well, Liam's truly inspired me. A little bit of history, all about food, and I now know what to look for on my journey around Malta. After Liam's tip, I'm on the hunt for some Maltese cheese. My first stop is going to be the rural and less developed island of Gozo across the water. Like the mainland, the Arab occupation has had a lasting effect, especially on agriculture. So I'm off to meet a farmer and restaurateur who uses those influences in his cooking. I'm John. Very nice to meet you. So, Ricardo, you're going to show me how... They're noisy, aren't they, eh?
Of course.
You're going to show me how to make jibena from start to finish.
To finish, yes.
From the milk all the way to the finished
From the
product.
milk all the way to the plate.
Perfect. But that doesn't take one day, does it? Or does it?
As a fresh cheese, it can take only a few hours.
Is that right?
As fresh cheese.
Wow. Let's go milk a goat. Sometimes it's just better to leave it to the professionals.
You don't want to taste,
No, thank you.
so we turn it into cheese then.
Perfect.
I have a special room at the Citadel. As you can see, the Citadel.
Ah, up there.
Background, yes.
That's where we're going to. The 3,500-year-old citadel known as the Crown of Gozo sits above the city of Victoria. It's been a site of immense military importance since the Bronze Age, which is why I'm slightly stunned that I'm about to make cheese in there. This is a cool setup, Ricardo.
Yes, yes. Here where I spend a lot of time. So what I'm going to do is put some rennet.
Ricardo spoons rennet into some of the goat's milk and then mixes it in. This helps separate the curds and whey. And that now sits for an hour.
An hour is enough.
OK, that's all, just an hour.
Here I have one pot and it's almost ready.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. So that's just set straight away
Yes.
like that?
Yes, it takes only 1 hour.
The hard bit of the cheese is called the
Butter.
butter. We call that the curds. And then the watery bit is called the...
Shorosh. Shorosh means whey. Now it's time that we put butter to these baskets. You want to try?
Yes, please. It's really quite amazing, the feel of it.
Now what you need is to add a little salt on top. Then we leave it to settle a little time.
So this basket will become like this?
Stage, yes. Then of course you want to see how it comes to this stage.
Look at that.
Jibena fresca.
Cibena fresca. Half Italian, half Arabic.
After we drain it for 3 days, we can crush it and we use parsley and eggs and we do homemade ravioli.
Can we make some ravioli?
We can.
Me and Ricardo, we made cheese. Actually, to be fair, he milked the goat, he put the rennet in and he salted it and he made the cheese. I just stood by and watched. The beauty of this cheese is that it can be eaten fresh or aged and dried. It can even be preserved in oil for up to a year. We head upstairs to Ricardo's restaurant on the 2nd floor where he's going to show off his newly made cheese, Jibena, in ravioli with tomato sauce.
I'm gonna make the filling
Yes?
and you do the pasta.
I'll make the pasta, you make the filling.
Do it your own way.
Okay.
You're the chef.
We'll see about that, shall we? Okay. I use 3/4 plain flour with 1/4 semolina flour. Mix the two flours together, make a well in the middle. Then I dissolve a pinch of salt and some water and crack 2 eggs into it. Beat it around, and the salt water breaks down the white of the egg so it makes it more liquid. A bit of olive oil, just enough to see the film on top. And then pour the mixture into the middle. Make that into a paste and then knead it. You want it to almost look like breadcrumbs. Always add more flour if you want to. And then you keep on kneading it and the moisture comes out. Over to you, Ricardo.
I'm gonna do the filling,
Yeah?
because I'm fed up waiting, eh?
Okay, fine. He breaks up the jibena, the fresh cheese, and adds parsley. How's that? Look.
No, it's perfect, eh?
Yeah, it's all right,
No,
huh?
it's perfect.
Not bad for an Aussie bloke. Ricardo spoons the filling into a piping bag. Right, so you're going to roll out this pasta dough, yeah? Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Good. Goodness for that. There we are. Pasta.
The best in Gozo.
What, mine or yours? Cuts out circles of pasta, then under his watchful eye, I pipe out the filling.
It's okay.
So stretch it over,
Stretch it, yes.
push it over,
Yes.
and then push it down together. What is that?
This is homemade. It's a fork. A normal fork, but we twisted it. Make a new tool.
We trim the edges. This morning you milked a goat, you made cheese, and now we've got ravioli.
Ready for lunch.
It's not a bad day's work, is it?
No, that's not bad.
Then the ravioli is boiled. When they're ready, he spoons over tomato and garlic sauce and sprinkles some freshly chopped parsley. Ricardo, you've been amazing. Thank you very much. I've learned a huge amount.
Welcome.
Really, really appreciate it. So there you go. Ravioli an Italian word, with Maltese cheese, which gets its name from the Middle East, Jabania. It's really good because Riccardo has cooked the ravioli for that little bit longer, so the cheese and the pasta parcel becomes one. And the tomato sauce across the top is sweet, but still has a little bit of parsley through it and nothing else. This is tomatoes and cheese and a little bit of dough. Simple, delicious, but its origin centuries old. And much of it coming from the Middle East. I'm in Malta, one of the smallest and most densely populated countries in the world. It's a land of many Middle Eastern influences, language, culture, and of course, cuisine. I'm on the mainland now, on the hunt for local delicacies, and there's no better place to find those than the market. There's barely a product here that doesn't have some sort of Middle Eastern name, even if it is written in Latin letters. Even the bread, look.
That shows that it comes from the Arabic language. It's a whole mixture of languages, but the base is Arabic.
The thing is, all around the Mediterranean, you go to a market like this, and you're sort of recognisable as far as language is concerned. You know, you can hear a bit of French, a bit of Italian, whatever. But here, it's nothing like that at all. I mean, look. Quai hag tal guglian. And, I mean, that's obviously a biscuit. Biscuitelli. And this one, what's this one? Look. Ortigiet.
Ortiet.
Oh, that's ortiet. That's 8 in Italian, but what's 8 in Maltese?
Minia.
So there you go. The Arabic influence is really strong. Now I'm in the mood for the Middle Eastern dish that's conquered the world. And I'm told Chef Hani makes the best hummus in town. Why Alibaba?
My father named the place Alibaba because it has 40 seats, so the clients always ask, you are Alibaba and who are the thieves? And I reply, you are the thieves.
Yeah, that's the story
whole
behind
idea.
it.
That's the whole idea.
So your father opened it?
Yes, in 1987.
I was young and attractive.
Yeah.
And now you're going to say that I'm still attractive?
You do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What sort of food do you love to cook?
We cook Lebanese food, but I managed to modernize it a little bit. I got a lot of ideas from the East, I got a lot of ideas from the West, and I incorporated all that into our cuisine.
So you're taking the old and the new of the Lebanon with ingredients from Malta and beyond and mixing it all into one?
Exactly.
Sounds like Malta. Malta, that's what Malta's all about, isn't it?
Exactly.
Right, you show me to the kitchen. Nice kitchen.
Little kitchen.
Thank you.
We do miracles in here.
Here's what I've been waiting for, hummus awama from an expert.
So we're going to start with the awarma. Put some oil, not a lot. We always start from a cold pan so it doesn't burn and the fat comes out straight away. Awarma is made from the belly of lamb. Lebanon suffered a lot of poverty. So the farmers used to fatten their sheep and sell it. And the parts that were not sold were taken by the farmer or the producer, minced, cooked, preserved in their fat, and the farmer used to eat all the air from that preserve.
The minced meat is left on a low heat for a couple of hours. Now time to turn our attention to the hummus, which must be made from dried chickpeas that have been soaked overnight.
If you cook it with just water, it takes 10 to 12 hours.
Then that makes them soft, doesn't it?
But you can speed up the process by adding a little bit of bicarbonate of soda. It's called hummus because of the chickpeas. Chickpeas in Arabic are called hummus. It is a very old traditional dish. It's made out of chickpeas, tahini, lemon juice, and garlic.
That's garlic?
That's garlic. That's Lebanese garlic. It's like aioli. You blend the garlic and adding oil a little bit, so it doubles in volume and it's very, very fine.
I need a spoon. So you blend the garlic
Yeah.
with olive oil in the same way as you
When
make
you
mayonnaise?
eat hummus, you don't want to feel the garlic under your teeth. Everything has to be smooth.
See, every single thing you do in the world, you learn a lesson. That is how I'm going to do my garlic from now on.
That's the proper hummus.
No olive oil.
Olive oil is always on top. Always. You finish hummus with olive oil.
I put olive oil in my hummus.
Well, it's your version of hummus. Mine is different.
Yours is the right one. Hani then strains the cooked chickpeas and purees it to get the right consistency. It's like wet concrete.
It is wet concrete. We need to make the hummus white. To do this, we need to add the tahini, a little bit of lemon juice, and a little bit of water.
What quantity of tahini to chickpea puree?
I use half a kilo for 1 kilo. You can see the tahini is whitening away.
Now I hope that I've learnt from you. I do now know how to make hummus.
Well, we'll continue to do the
Yes,
recipe.
okay, I'll shut up. Yeah,
And then you'll be full complete. John, do you want to add some garlic while I'm mixing the...
How much garlic?
Just one tablespoon, please.
What, that?
That's good, yeah.
When the hummus is soft and white enough, we add salt. And then, hey presto, the hummus is ready to eat. Now the minced lamb is cooked, we add salt, crushed black pepper, mixed spice, cumin, and stir it.
It's ready.
And we serve it in the hummus.
It's very important that you spoon the lamb with some fat, all right? As the fat is what gives it flavor because the spices are in there as well.
He adds olive oil and roasted pine nuts and then toasts some bread.
I'll show you how we eat this.
Yep.
You do that like this. You scoop in, we say بصحتك.
Sahtak,
بصحتك.
which means
To your health.
sahtak.
بصحتك.
It is interesting, it's exciting, it's full of texture, it's full of flavour, and I never thought in my life that I would understand at the age of 52 that I've been making hummus wrong all my life.
But now you can say that you're going to do it right. So at the age of 52, God bless you, you are still proper and fantastic looking.
Thank you.
It's never too late, as they say, John.
It's never too late to learn how to make hummus. What a joy to have cooked with Chef Hanny. So inspired by everything I've learned here, I'm headed to the market. I need some tomatoes, say a kilo, some garlic. Look at that. Look, all done for you. Fresh turmeric, fantastic. And some aubergines. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. How do you say in Maltese, have a lovely day?
Il-ġurnata tajba. Il-ġurnata tajba.
In giornata taiba.
Tajba.
With ingredients in hand, I'm heading back to Gozo to create a Maltese dish of my own at my old friend Ricardo's farm. The influence of Malta upon me so far in this journey in the Middle East has been quite extraordinary, really, because what I've realised as I'm sitting on this island, which is surrounded by the Mediterranean, is this group here of aubergines, onions, tomatoes, olive oil and parsley are very much that of the Mediterranean, or the flavours we believe to be the Mediterranean. But then I add to it some spices of cumin and coriander, a bit of turmeric, some black pepper, and even some sultanas, we start to move into the Middle East. And that's where this island crossover really happens. I'm going to make something called imam bayildi. Imam bayildi literally translates as the preacher fainting. In here I've got cumin and coriander seeds. To get the best out of the spices, they need to be roasted, so they become aromatic. To my whole cumin and coriander, I'm going to add some turmeric, ground black pepper, and now to let this all smoke, take those out into a mortar and pestle. That pan's lovely and hot, and I'm going to add some water to it to wash it out, but also it's going to be the first cooking process for the aubergines. And you can see the rich colour that comes from that turmeric. Now for the aubergine. So in the aubergine goes. Let that water simmer the aubergines, and the aubergines themselves will actually cook. But what it does mean is they won't take up lots and lots of oil. And you'll see the aubergines become soft. Take the aubergines out, put the vegetable oil in the pan, add garlic and onions, and let them soften just a little. Add to my onions and garlic my toasted ground spices, and I mean ample. By just adding those spices, we've stepped out of the Mediterranean and we've stepped into the Middle East. Get to the stage where it's a paste at the bottom of the pan. Those aubergines, which are lovely and soft, go back in. Really coat those aubergines with the spice. Let them take it all up. They are a sponge. They will absorb as much flavour as you give them. To that now, sultana, something quite sweet, and then tomatoes. Give it a stir. Mix it all together. Now, the olive oil. Now, the reason this dish is called imam bayildi, which is the preacher is fainting, there's two stories that go with it. The first one is that he came home to find all these beautiful, expensive things cooking inside the house, and he was so overwhelmed, he fainted with joy. The other story is he fainted because he could not believe that somebody would put so many expensive things in one pot. A tiny bit of water, turned off, and then add the parsley. This is a rich, opulent dish. Lots of olive oil, sultanas, spices, aubergines and tomatoes, and goods coming from all around the world. Bread, don't worry about cutting it, just break it. Some Ricardo's cheese. If there's a little bit of oil on top, that's good. Take that little bit, dribble it over your bread. There you have it, imam bayildi, inspired by all the trade that passed through Malta and the influence of the Middle East. Ricardo, do you want to try some of this? This is mine.
Looks nice.
Yeah?
That's nice.
Thank you.
Ricardo,
To you.
to بالصحة.
What I've learned on this leg of the journey is that Malta is unique amongst the Mediterranean islands. It's a place that has influence from all around the world. However, the foundation laid by the Middle East hundreds of years ago is still evident here today.